Hello everyone. Now, before we start the reading, I'm sure some of you are wondering why it is that I am dressed in military design with war paints. Well, my friends, it's because I'm dressed as any soldier would be dressed for war. Some of you may not be aware, but there is a spiritual war going on as we speak. I've heard a few different spiritual soldiers speak out about the final battle that is occurring this month in January. So I would like to talk to you a little bit about that in my intro videos this month. The final battle, I like to think of it as a video game. And like any final battle or any video game, you spend the entire series prepping and getting ready for this kind of boss character, this kind of final boss at the end. You know, we all have these kind of things in our life. It's these things that we get ready to fight. These things that have become a major battle for us. We all have things that we would like to overcome. We all have things that we're fighting for. We all have things that we're battling. And now these can be emotional wars. These can be spiritual wars. These can be mental wars, and they can very much be physical wars. But the one that I'm speaking about is more so a spiritual and emotional war, which in my opinion is even more serious and could be possibly even more bloody than the wars we've experienced in this physical realm. So, my friends, I've come to you with war paints. Well, my my I don't even know the word. That's how serious I am. I just can't even think of the word right now. This is my interpretation of war paints, because I wanted to visually express to you guys how serious this war is for us. This final battle that's taking place on this in a couple of days with the new moon in Capricorn. Now, for those of you who are a little confused still and who aren't really understanding, Capricorn is the 10th house, and in the 10th house, there you could find the legacy, you could find the government, you find the authority figures of power in our world. And with that being said, you can also find corruption. And I believe that has everything to do with the wars that we're going to be fighting the end of January. These are wars that we spent all of 2016 and 17 and 18 preparing for. And I strongly advise that you guys creatively and mentally and spiritually get ready for the wars that will be fought on the new moon in Capricorn. And I wanted to do the beginning of my videos this way because I know that on different levels we are all fighting different wars in our life. For some of us, we are fighting wars against ourselves. Others of us are fighting wars against our twin flame. Some of us are fighting wars against our shadow self. And as I mentioned, this war, you know, it took years and years and years for us to prepare for it. So needless to say, this final battle, this final boss is pretty gnarly. And we're going to need our entire mind, our entire body, our entire soul and spirit with us all together. It's very important that we face our fears and that we face what's up against us, whatever it may be. Whatever it may be, it's going to be different for all of us. But nonetheless, this new moon in Capricorn on the 15th is really going to reveal the true character of all of us. It's going to be nearly impossible to hide the true character of you, because that's what Capricorn is all about. Capricorn is about the true integrity that lies within a person, and for that matter, the true integrity that doesn't lie in some people. Nevertheless, it will be revealed. This is a very serious month. This is a very serious time. The moon and the sun have not had a chance to be together in Capricorn in a year. And now we have finally reached that point, guys. And as you all may know, Capricorn is a very serious and responsible energy. So this is all about rising above these mountains. These mountains that we climb, mental mountains, emotional mountains, spiritual mountains, physical mountains. We all have mountains. We all have obstacles, and that's what Capricorn's about. Capricorn is about perseverance and pushing through the obstacles, right? Capricorn's ruled by Saturn. Saturn is all about what restricts us, what places boundaries on us. And I myself, as a Capricorn rising, have been recruited for this war for a very long time. Anyone with Capricorn energy, and let me tell you, we all have Capricorn energy somewhere. For those of you who have Capricorn in the 3rd house, you are being recruited to speak out with integrity. For those of you who have a Capricorn North Node, it is your destiny to fight. For those of you who are Capricorns, you are aware of this war going on. Capricorn Moon, you can feel this war. So wherever your Capricorn energy may be, that's where your integrity lies. That's where your character lies. For me, it's my spirit. And I just wanted to come to you guys today and utilize that Capricorn spirit that I have. So, like all my other videos, I do want to go over a little bit of the astrology, and I want to go over what you can look forward to in my readings this month. Very intense messages this month, guys. I'm going to try to still remain my positive Pisces creative self, obviously. This is me being creative in a more serious way. But yeah, you know, my readings are going to be pretty serious this month. And I mentioned mountains. I'm actually going to be doing a mountain spread. And this is just something that I creatively thought of, and you'll see in your video. So if you would like to continue watching, what you're going to be seeing and what I'm going to be giving you as a message is, I want to reveal to you the mountains of 2018. Possibly the mountains that you've been climbing for years. I want to reveal to you your obstacle. And for some of us, the war that we're fighting is going to be fought with our very own mountains. I don't want you to be afraid. Like, some of you may really get in physical fights, but you know, I'm disappointed if that's true, because it isn't the physical aspect that matters now. It's the spiritual aspect. What are you willing to spiritually fight for? Where does your spiritual integrity lie? Who is your spiritual character? Physical fights, you know, anybody can physically fight, but can you like fight on a soul level? That's what this is about, my friends. So Pisces Priestess is going to show you your final boss in mountain form, because this is Capricorn season. And yeah, I'm going to be doing that. So since Capricorn is the 10th house, I'm going to be using 10 cards to show you what your greatest obstacle is. And I hope you're following me here. I hope this makes sense, and I trust that this will make sense to those who it's supposed to make sense to. So also, on a lighter note, I have 2 special giveaways. Aries being one, and to be honest with you, I forgot to look at my YouTube to see who my second winner is. But Aries, shout out to you. You guys had over 1,000 views. And Aquarius, you guys had over 1,000 views on my last video last month. But Aries made it very soon. I'm very happy about that, because I spoke out last month about, you know, I didn't really have many Aries viewers. And apparently the universe heard me, and a lot of Aries have followed me, and they're giving me a lot of good feedback, and I really appreciate that. So Aries, stay tuned. You will be getting a special giveaway in your reading. I will be using a new deck that I received for a gift. I have not came out and shown anyone this deck yet. I will be doing a whole entire new video of its own, revealing this deck to you. That's going to be something fun, so be on the lookout for that video later on in the month, closer towards the end. And don't worry, everybody else, as a token of my gratitude for all of you, I have made it past 500 followers. And back in the beginning of my journey, when I thought of this YouTube channel, back when I had 12 followers, you know, which still meant the world to me. I never knew, it's not about the followers to me, it's about the message. And, you know, I told myself from day one, when you know, 500 is half of 1,000. Oh man, when I get 1,000 followers, you guys, oh wow, well, I will get creative about how I repay you all for that. I'm talking free readings, extra readings that I upload to YouTube, you name it. I'll be doing, because this matters so much to me, and I hope you can feel that in my readings. So thank you all so much for helping me with my battle. Part of my battle, you know, is being Pisces priestess, and I fight spiritual battles every day. I fight emotional battles with my own light and dark every day. You know, I am enlightened, and part of being a light worker and part of being on this enlightened journey is people think that you're perfect when you're enlightened and when you can do these kind of things, but it couldn't be farther from the truth. When I chose to be an enlightened individual, I chose to wear my darkness and I chose to wear my light so that I could speak out as an advocate for others who are struggling with their light and their dark. So I truly thank you from the bottom of my serious heart right now for each and every one of you who have followed and subscribed to my channel. I have 600 followers now, so as a token of my gratitude, I will be pulling an extra card for everyone. And it is Capricorn season, which is a little bit more of a mysterious season. So I will be pulling an extra card to reveal a secret to you from the House of Knights, which I think will be very helpful for the readings. So do look out for that, guys. And as I said, Aries and one other lucky sign, and I guess everyone's just gonna have to watch. I can't remember. I'm so sorry. I did not check, and I was so eager to start these videos. I didn't check who liked my videos. But Aries, you hands down, you won every month I give a special reward to whatever sign likes my videos the most and views my videos the most. And Aries, you won the view part. Now, as far as whoever liked my videos the most, I'll have to check, and I will be honest. I'll just check and see what number is the greatest. And so do look out for that. So another lucky sign, and it's going to be a surprise to me too. Might be Pisces, I don't know. But do look out for that, guys. So let's jump into the astrology, and then we will get going with your January readings. So prepare to understand your own mental mountains and spiritual mountains. This is going to be literally a mountain with 10 cards. So I'm very excited. So guys, you know, the astrology part. I have it on my phone this month. We started the month off, well, this is also January, so happy January, you guys. Happy 2018. We started it off immediately. I thought it was very significant that we started the month and year off with a Cancer full moon. Cancer is ruled by the moon, and this is the blue moon, right? You know that saying that people say, they say, oh, once in a blue moon. Once in a blue moon, this will happen. Well, it did happen in the beginning of this month, and it was very, very intense. You know, the moon was at home, Saturn was at home, and this opposition between between Cancer and Capricorn was very much felt. I believe all of us are collectively in a different cycle. So we had that full moon in Cancer on the 1st. Another very interesting thing, you guys, is that a lot of these months in January up until April, we have two moons. Usually we only have one full moon, but the way that time has lined up, and yes, it can be explained. It can be explained in a logical way. February only has 28 days, but I believe that this is an energetic thing. This is energetically designed. This is divine. This is meant to be. We have 2 moons in January. We have 2 full moons in February and March, and in April the moons finally get back on track. So very exciting, very intense energy, right? I'm sure you all can feel it. So we started the month off full moon in Cancer. January 2nd, Uranus went direct in Aries. Uranus is the ruling planet of Aquarius, so Aquarius. Maybe you guys have felt a little bit more of a relief. I know when Neptune went direct, I felt very forward-minded. I felt I could move forward spiritually. So congratulations, Aquarius. Your ruling planet is finally direct. All the planets are direct right now, guys. This is a huge green light for the universe, for us to go, fight your battles, persevere, move forward, keep going, don't give up. All the things that we wanted to do, we can do them. The planets are rooting for us. So yes, we had Uranus go direct right after the full moon. On January 11th, Mercury entered Capricorn. We have a Capricorn stellium right now, you guys. There are so many planets in Capricorn. We have the moon in Capricorn. Mercury is now in Capricorn. The sun is in Capricorn. Venus has entered Capricorn. Venus entered Capricorn, I believe, the end of last month. We also have Pluto in Capricorn. So this is a super stellium. So much. No wonder my Capricorn rising wanted to dress in army war material, war paint. This is very much a war. And we need to rise up as soldiers against anything that stands in the way between us and our own success. We have a new moon in Capricorn tomorrow. And I wanted to get these videos uploaded before the new moon so that you could have your January messages. I always try to get my videos uploaded before the new moon. So we have a very, very intense new moon in Capricorn where and I think I'm going to do a whole new video. I'm going to do a whole video on the new moon, you guys, so that we can get these messages out clear. So do look out for that. I told you I would be coming out with a lot more videos. January 17th, Venus enters Aquarius. So right after that new moon, isn't it interesting how we have this intense energy? This is going to ground us, and like I said, we'll talk about the new moon in my new moon in Capricorn videos. I'm going to record those in the next few days as well. Venus enters Aquarius January 17th. The sun enters Aquarius on the 19th. Few days. We are rocking and rolling, guys. We are moving on strong. January 26th, Mars moves into Sagittarius. We'll talk more about that in the Sagittarius video, guys. And then, at the end of this month, we end this month with a gnarly full moon total lunar eclipse in Leo. Okay? We had an eclipse in Leo back in August, so this energy is coming back around, you guys. And then, right after that, on the same day, end of the month, January 31st, we end the month with Mercury entering the alien realm of Aquarius. I'm not sure if you guys know how intense this is. I'm not sure if you know the meaning. And for those of you who don't, Pisces Priestess is going to be here to interpret these things creatively in my thorough way that I usually do in my videos. A lot of stuff, guys, a lot of stuff going on. And obviously there are a lot of different battles, even our own country. I do believe that this is the dawning of a change. I do believe that, and I'm not trying to be Oprah here, Oprah's an Aquarius, but she's right. There is change on the horizon. And I declare, and I see, and I feel that there will be, so over the next 6 months, we will see the beginning of changes in our government. We will see the beginning of changes in our police force. We will see the beginning of changes in the laws of this land. That is what the 10th house is about, and we have the moon and the sun here, you guys. So change is on the way, grounded change. New moons are all about the beginning of things, planting the seeds for the future. So the next 6 months, you guys, it won't be only us who are changing, but our world is changing as well. And when the world changes, we change. And when we change, the world changes. We're all changing together. But before that change can take place, we have to fight for change. Like all of the great historical figures of this country have said before. So guys, welcome to your January videos. Welcome to a new year. Welcome to a new calling. Welcome to the battle. And let's do it together. I do hope that these videos are helpful this month. And I do hope that they are relatable. And I'm really excited to relay these messages to you. So I hope you enjoy your metaphorical mountains. See you in a little bit, guys, in your other videos. Hey Leo, welcome to your January video with Pisces Priestess. And if you watched my intro video, then you know a little bit about the reading this month. I'm going to be doing a 10-card spread in order to show you the kind of final mountains that you're going to be climbing and the obstacles that you're facing right now. So for you, Leo, this is all about your 12th house and your 6th house. So your 6th house is Capricorn, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sag, Capricorn. So this is all about your spirituality and your lifestyle. So your spiritual lifestyle. And Leo, you do have a very intense, well, let me just tell you that any moon in your 12th house is going to be very, very intense, okay? Very, very intense. And you had a Cancer is your 12th house. So you guys are already, intense people when it comes to your 12th house. And you had a full moon there on the 1st of January. So yeah, a lot of new beginnings and completions when it comes to your spirituality and when it comes to your imagination. Okay, the 12th house is about Pisces. So your dreams and things like that, very mysterious and dream-like energy, and it's your subconscious. So you could have went through a lot of completions on a subconscious level, and that has everything to do with your spirituality. And in a day, we're going to have, we're going to have energy in your 6th house. We're going to have a new moon. So there's a lot of energy in your 6th house right now. We have the moon, the sun, Venus, Pluto. Pluto's been in your 6th house. Mercury entered your 6th house. Saturn is in your 6th house. And I have Saturn videos out if you want to take a look at my Leo video for what's all about Saturn in your 6th house of lifestyle. And the 6th house also is about health. So some of you can be doing things. Well, you could be starting the journey to changing things in your health and in your lifestyle tomorrow, because you're going to have a new moon there, and the new moon is all about new beginnings and completions. Well, the full moon is more so about completions, but new moons are about setting the intentions for the completions that you would like to take place. So every new moon, you know, I write out what I would like to manifest for my future, and then I burn that piece of paper on the full moon, kind of as a practice with the universe that I do. So yeah, Capricorn is your 6th house of lifestyle, and Cancer is your 12th house. So we have 12th house energy and 6th house energy for Leo, and I would like to get very clear messages for Leo. Okay, well, we have the Ace of Pentacles coming up for you guys. That has everything to do with the 6th house. A lot of money and work and blessings coming down from the universe. And we're going to be explaining creatively how that could be a mountain for you to overcome. Well, I do see here, Leo, that you are very much dealing with burdens financially. So your reading is looking like a lot of burdens that you have financially. You're doing a lot of work on your own, but I do want you to know that the universe is showing up here for you, delivering you some sort of coin from the sky. Something physical that's being given to you, but it may cause some sort of burden financially for you. I do see some sort of financial burden for Leo, and that could very well be some sort of obstacle for Leo to overcome. So let's get the last card for you guys. And I do see that teamwork is rather important for you, because the Three of Pentacles just popped out. So this is the opposite of this is the opposite of teamwork. This is someone who's doing all the work on their own. You know, so that could be you or someone in your life, Leo. I'm not sure. Let's get the whole picture. I don't want to get ahead of myself here. Let's get one final card for Leo. This is the foundation of Leo's mountain, that their obstacles. Every obstacle has some sort of foundation, and starting point. So let's get one card to put with this Ace of Pentacles, Ten of Wands, and Seven of Pentacles. Okay, we have the Temperance card. And this card showed up for Gemini in the same position. So very, very interesting there. You may resonate with a Gemini or something like that. Very, very cool. We'll see what it means for you though, Leo. So we're looking for 3 more cards to place on top of these cards for the Leo reading. And we have the Seven of Cups and the Ace of Swords coming out. Also, let's see, one last card. Whoa. Well, we had one that fell on the ground, and it was the Two of Cups in reverse. I don't usually do reverse cards, but it was very blatant. And then we had this Fool card come out. So we'll lay that there, and I'm just going to trust my intuition here, especially with you being the North Node, Leo. So I want you to really think about being the North Node as we talk about this mountain, because there are still a lot of obstacles for you. Okay, and we're looking for 2 more cards for Leo, preferably one at a time. One card to place next this new beginning for Leo. So this is also, actually, I believe, I can't remember who it was, but someone got the Fool card right here as well. So there's some resonation going on. So let's get one more card, one to put next to the Fool card, please. One to put next to the Fool card, please. Put a card next to the Fool. What is this new beginning about for Leo? This new journey. Okay. And we have another Pentacle card coming out. For you, Leo, this has a lot to do with finances. That's 6th house. Capricorn is your 6th house. So you guys are very hard workers at what you do. You're very much about success. So I do see that there's some sort of new beginning here with your finances. It starts right out with the Ace of Pentacles. Let's get the final card for Leo. And I just got 2 cards that flew out. And what do you know? It's the Leo card. And it is the 4 of Swords. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the 2 of Swords. So there's some sort of decision that you need to make. And there is a transformation. But we'll get to the bottom of the deck soon. Let me lift this up just a little here. Show you that this is the top of your mountain. You resting. Interesting that your card would come out with the 4 of Swords. So I know for sure that this is your top of your mountain. So we have your mountain here, Leo. Hopefully you can see there that that's a mountain for you. So we're going to start here. I'm going to move the camera just so you can see again. But this is the foundation of your reading. So we're going to separate your mountain here so we can break it up and talk about it in the separate forms like I did everybody else's readings. Move this up here a little bit because we'll get to that in a minute. And we're going to explain here where your battle kind of starts. So immediately I see that this is the Ace of Pentacles that popped out for you. Now, very interesting for this to be a part of your obstacle. So I see that your obstacles are very physical, because this is about as physical as it gets if you're not thinking about the 10 of Pentacles. This is the biggest coin in the tarot deck. So there could be some financial struggles going on here. Other than that, there's some sort of there's some sort of obstacle that you can see and touch and feel. It's affecting you on a very, very physical level, Leo, is what I'm seeing. And, you know, this is the beginning of your battle. So maybe you got a large sum of money, and immediately, instead of it helping you, and I can relate to this, I'm not a Leo, but I just want you to know that sometimes more money, more problems is exactly what your reading is saying. More money, more problems. So you feel kind of burdened, I'm seeing, when it comes to a financial situation. You know, and it's kind of sucky because when the universe gives you a gift like this, when it gives you this kind of gift from the sky, this gift of value, I think there's someone in your life who's overworking you. This could be at a job. It can be in a relationship or at home. I just feel like you guys are, you know, carrying around a great deal. Like, it's not easy to climb a mountain with all this baggage, right? With all this weighing you down. This is the 10 of Wands. And it's also a completion. So there's some sort of completion going on in the finances. Some sort of passionate completion going on in the finances here. And maybe this is the end of you carrying all the financial weight by yourself. Maybe finally you're going to be experiencing some sort of help Maybe you had to learn maybe the universe is gifting you the viewing of your value here. So the reading starts out with you realizing your value, or you getting a large sum of money and no longer feeling financially burdened by yourself. Someone with you, maybe this large sum of money was owed to you or something. But I'm seeing it differently here for different Leo. So you're going to have to bear with me, because some of you are going to relate to different things, and I try to explain it in a way where everybody can relate, because me and spirit, I hear spirit in many different ways, and I see a lot of imagery here. So what my eye just caught here is this part of the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Coins that I've never seen before, which is these mountains right here. So there's these mountains that I've never seen in this card before, but I just so happened to glance down, and I see that they're even being it's like the artist wanted us to look at this because it's right in the middle of this circle, and there's some sort of path here. So this is very much a financial mountain for you, Leo. A very physical, this is some sort of mountain with your worth, or some sort of mountain at work, or some sort of mountain with finances, because I see here that there's a financial path that you're trying to follow. You're just trying to focus on your legacy and on your goals, and there's a lot of mountains that are going to be climbed in the future for you. So let's talk about those mountains. Ace of Coins, and we have that here with the Ten of Wands. So I do see here that a lot of you do feel that you're carrying all the weight, whether it be in a relationship, or whether it be financially, or whether it just be in general. But I just feel that you can identify with this man here. He's very much carrying everything, and you could be overworking yourself with Saturn in your 6th house. Saturn is all about karma. So some of you are really trying to work really hard right now for your goals. And Leo, that's how you are. You're very heroic, and you like to help people a lot. So you could be doing the work of others, but you want to make sure that they're valuing you. You want to make sure that you're getting the right amount of pay for the work that you're doing, and that you're not being underpaid or undervalued in your line of work, because we have even more work coming up. So Leo, you've even, this card here, the Seven of Pentacles, is all about reaping your reward. This is about reaping your harvest. So you've literally worked. This is a very hard working energy right here. Very, very, very hard working energy. And it has everything to do with patience and perseverance and strength. Okay, we have strength at the top of your mountain, and you had to be strong to carry all these things around. Now, this card is talking about something that took a long time to grow there, just like a regular garden. This is a garden of coin. So this is you putting in a lot of hard work and patience. Waiting until the right moment to water your seeds. And it's interesting, we have a Capricorn new moon tomorrow. So this could be the Capricorn new moon. Your battle can start tomorrow. This mountain for you, it may start tomorrow. And it's time for you to realize in your life what is worth it and what isn't. There was a lot more seeds planted in this picture than just 7. But the guy that's looking down here, he's okay with that. Because he's gonna pick off the coins that have grown. It's kind of like a gardener that is literally putting all of his efforts into this garden. But you have seeds that just don't grow. So this is talking about a relationship that didn't work out, or a job or a financial situation that didn't work out. It's time for you to look at your garden and to just simply reap what you sow. So if you put in the hard work, Leo, and if you came back day and night to water your garden, it's time for you. You're finally going to see where your hard work has paid off, okay? That's what I mean. You're finally going to see where your hard work has paid off, and where others were slacking and not, but I see that your hard work really has paid off, because we have the 10 of Wands and the 7 of Pentacles. So you did more than enough work. Okay, you're the North Node, so you're like literally kicked into gear. You have this Ace of Pentacles here. The universe helped you. This is like the big seed. The universe gave you an idea or some sort of seed to plant, and you made sure to work really hard. You might not even have, you did the work of like 4 different men, right? This man is not supposed to be doing all this work, but he is, because he's strong enough and smart enough and has enough energy to. But man, you want to be careful not to, be working all the time, because another thing about this card is that this man spends a lot of time away from home. So in the distance, you can see that his home is far away from there. And he spends a lot of his time at home. He's like really, really getting into that work mode. But as a Leo, you know, you are a fire sign. And this is a fire energy, this Ten of Wands. So you want to be careful not to be all work and no play, because you're a very childlike sign. Leo is literally the child of the zodiac. So you want to make sure that in the middle of all this working, that you're also doing the things that cause you pleasure and passion. You want to make sure that you're doing the things that matter to you in your creativity, because, you know, you want to make this work, this hard work that you do, be meaningful. And, you know, we do have a certain completion here. So this might be the completion of hard work that you've done. You know, it's finally time for you to see the completed passion of all your hard work. Whereas these used to be just seeds, and nobody could see your garden of pentacles. No, like, you know, you had an idea, like, I'm gonna make these bracelets, or I'm gonna make these t-shirts, and I'm gonna sell them all for $5. I'm gonna start a band, and I'm gonna start recording music. You know, I'm gonna be a DJ. And, you know, this is money that was created, money that had to be worked on for, like, maybe back in 2017. You know, you might have been working on something for years. Because this man, you know, he's been coming to this garden for quite some time now. I mean, they've had time to sit there and grow. And nothing grows on its own. You know, like, you can't just expect to plant a seed and everything just happens so quickly. You know, the universe did help you with this mountain, and now it's time to revisit that garden after such a long time, and to see, okay, what did I do right, what did I do wrong? And it's all about moderation, Leo, because I see here that after you have that kind of period in your life and of this mountain where you look down and you're like, just literally, you're just observing. And you know what, you want to look in the background of this card here, and you see mountains back there. You see in between his legs, like, I'm seeing this little imagery here. So there are financial mountains that you're climbing, and you're also experiencing some sort of financial success. There are the ups and the downs. You know, you worked hard to get here, and you put in the work to get here. But it's all about moderation, Leo. This is the Sagittarius card. Sagittarius is a fire sign as well. This is also Archangel Michael. But just like Gemini, I'm going to tell you here that you want to make sure that you're grounded in your emotions. See how he has the water, you know, and look at the sun back there, or whatever, this kind of crown. You know, you want to make sure that you're honoring who you are. And you're going to do that by keeping one foot in the spiritual realm and one foot in the physical realm. This is literally your 12th and 6th house. The water symbolizes Pisces, the 12th house, your feelings, your spirituality, your subconscious. And then the other foot symbolizes the hard work that you do. And you see these two cups, how he's pouring them back and forth, back and forth. Well, that's called moderating. And what you're going to wind up with is a very equal balance of your spirit and of your work life. Because the 6th house and the 12th house, that's Virgo, Pisces. And that opposition is all about the lifestyle and your spirituality. So how is your spiritual lifestyle, Leo? Because I do see that your spiritual lifestyle is coming up. And this is the foundation of your reading. So this is where the final battle begins. And this final battle is fought between you and your hard work. And between you and your own value. Because we have two coin cards here and 2 fire cards. So it's like earth, fire, earth, fire. So you really want to ground your own passions. And I see that that's what you did here. You grounded your own passion. And now you have money. You know, money that you worked for, money that you don't owe anybody, money that no one can take away from you. Now, we have the 7 of Cups here. So this is a confusing card, and I don't mean that as in like I'm confused. This is literally symbolizes confusion. This guy, he's entered a subconscious realm. Now, what I'm being led here is the whole Cancer energy. Cancer is your 12th house. And at the beginning of this year, you could have started off rather confused or rather unsure about what's going to happen next. Because if you take a look in all these cups, there's something different filling each cup. We have this kind of like mountain kind of thing. It's like a castle. So I see that as kind of like a home life. Then we have riches and jewels. Then we have some sort of celebration and some sort of dragon-like figure. We have spirit, knowledge, and wisdom. So this cup symbolizes all the different options that you have, Leo. And, this may be a temporary state of confusion because you've entered some sort of astral travel realm. And in a different realm, you may have a lot more than what you're used to. And this card is being validated by the Ace of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands. So I feel like a lot of this mountain has to do with what it is that you're going to go from here. What it is that you're going to do, and where it is that you're going to go from here with this Ace of Pentacles, with this new financial stability. Maybe, you don't have to work as hard as you did before, because that Ten of Wands and this Pentacle guy, that is a hard worker. But then you learn balance. And after you learn balance and after you learn moderation, well, then you're a little confused. You're like, okay, well, I have a lot more free time now. Well, what am I going to do? Perhaps you've spent so much time away from your passions and creativity that you're literally a little bit confused as what to do with the extra funds that you have or the extra money. Since you're so used to working so hard, Leo, the universe is really going to come in for you. And don't forget that we have that Leo eclipse. So this could be the Leo eclipse at the end of this month on January 31st that confuses you. But, it's interesting. This energy isn't confusing to me. It's just, it's what it feels like to have more than one option. And we like options, right, Leo? So you have different options as to what you're going to work hard for. So you want to relate this Ten of Wands to this card. What is it that you want to work hard for, Leo? What is it that you want to be patient for? What is it that deserves your patience, time, and effort? Is it the cup with the jewels in it? Is it the cup with the celebration in it? Is it your wisdom? Is it your spirituality? You have a few decisions to make. And this is you subconsciously kind of weighing out your options. You see how that man, he's like in a silhouette. You can't really see him. It's because he's in a different realm. And so this is being validated right here by this Ace of Coins. So this is something straight from the universe, okay? You can see how the Ace of Pentacles is coming from this kind of cloudy hand. Well, then there's no mistake that there's clouds behind these cups as well. Because the universe is giving you the finances that you need in order to free yourself from a burden and have some options here. You have some different options in your lifetime now. It has everything to do with the hard work that you've done, being rewarded by the universe. And then we have this Ace of Swords right here in the middle of your reading. So I would say that this mountain that you're climbing has a lot to do with your mental clarity. And it has a lot to do with communication. So you definitely want to be communicating these different options that you're experiencing, Leo, because you want to make sure that people, places, and things around you are aware that you're not quite sure yet. And then at some point when you climb this mountain, you're going to reach a position where you are mentally clear. But, with all due respect, Leo, you are working very hard down here at the bottom in your foundation. And it's only when you reach moderation that you're going to be able to use this Ace of Swords. Because when we're working so hard, we don't really care that much about balance. We just care about finances, and, that Capricorn energy can do that to a person. Because we have so much Capricorn energy in the universe right now. But you see, Capricorn is a very grounded energy, and we do have the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. So this is all about communicating what you want to do with these newfound finances. Especially if you've worked so hard for these finances, Leo, then it's up to you to decide. You really don't want to you don't want to allow someone else to make decisions for you, because it's you who needs to moderate your own finances and your own spirituality. That's why the Temperance card is coming up for you, because the Archangel of Balance is really trying to assist you mentally, so that you can mentally communicate what it is that you do and don't want to do with your work ethic and with your newfound money, right? And with your emotions as well. This is just a very strong need. It's a new beginning in communication. You want to communicate the fact that you felt burdened, or you want to communicate, the hard work. Maybe you want to communicate, that some of you spent so much time. And, not everything is going to come to bloom, Leo. Only the things that were meant to be are going to come to bloom. So it's interesting that we have the Seven of Coins and the Seven of Cups. So there's some sort of maybe there's some sort of confusion about this. Like, why didn't that work out? Why didn't all my pentacles grow? Because we have 2 sevens here, but that is lucky. So you have to understand that the universe has your back, and whatever was meant to grow was meant to grow. And for those coins that didn't grow, well, they might not have grown in the physical realm, but they're going to grow in the subconscious realm. So just know that whatever you didn't gain physically, you're going to gain psychologically and spiritually. And this is literally water and earth right here, cups and pentacles. So this is literally, you know, your 12th house and your 6th house. So I see that when it comes to your spirituality, you're a little bit overwhelmed. You're a little bit confused at the things that you're feeling, you know. And when it comes to your 6th house, you're just, all of your energy went here into your 6th house. So no wonder the universe is showing me that you feel a little bit confused. But look what the universe gives you. It's like the universe is such blessing, Leo, because when you felt overburdened, the universe gave you the Ace of Pentacles. And when you felt confused, the universe gives you the Ace of Swords. So I would feel very blessed if I were you, Leo, because the universe is giving you the strength and power to communicate what it is to feel overburdened. You know, you want to communicate to your workplace, to your partner, to everyone, what you feel. You know, even your confusions, even your maybe being confused is overburdening you. Maybe not, you know, not knowing how to communicate this. And we have the 2 of Cups in reverse. Okay, and I don't usually do reverses, but I did strongly see that this card came up upside down. I didn't pick it up upside down. It just literally was upside down. So there's definitely some communication needed in the relationship department in your life, Leo, because we have you down here as this lion completely flipped upside down. When usually this card is right side up and there's a strong union, right? These are 2 people who are experiencing a divine union, and they are literally intertwining their emotions together. But this came up upside down for you. So there's some sort of union, and this doesn't have to be just a relationship. This can be with your parents, or just there's some sort of, and I think you'll know when you watch this, there's some sort of union. It could be you, could be your relationship with yourself, you know. This can be that your masculine and your feminine energies, but it is not balanced, Leo. And there's some sort of communication that the universe is telling you that you need to have with this person, place, or thing, because it's coming up right here by the Ace of Swords. So I know that there's some sort of communication that you're being guided to have with a certain union in your life. It could be a friend or a lover, but this is usually a lover's card. This is a relationship. And then I see you as this lion, right? And right here, your wings are spread and you're flying, but you're literally upside down. So I think you're a little confused because you're confused when it comes to the emotional aspect of your reading. Everything else looks kind of good, except for the fact that you're working really hard. Really hard. You might have even worked hard on your relationship. You're working hard at your job, but then it's like no matter how hard you're working, this relationship still doesn't seem to pick up and go the right way. You know, it's still upside down. So you want to communicate your truth to your partner, and you want to communicate how much you've felt, you know, you feel like you've done all this kind of hard work, you know, and you have to communicate with your partner what you feel like has grown and hasn't grown. You know, you don't want to just try to say the things that makes your partner happy. You have to be very honest now, Leo. This is a part of your mountain. And, you know, Leos are very passionate people. You know, I don't think they're always super comfortable with explaining to their partner what it is that they don't like. But I see here that, you know, this guy, he's literally going to pick the fruits that have bloomed. And there's going to be a few sour apples in the batch. So nobody's perfect. You know, nobody's perfect. But I do see here that this upside down 2 of Cups has a lot to do with things. And it's interesting. This card has the 2 of Cups too. So there's someone in the relationship, either you or the other person isn't giving enough. Someone feels very burdened and confused, and there's not enough communication going on. So, you know, whereas these cups are this is balance and this is moderation. This is the Archangel Michael showing you that both cups need to be poured from. You need to balance that. That's, you know, it can't just be you that's working hard, Leo. You have to make sure that your partner is working hard as well. So this Two of Cups is upside down instead of being moderate. So this is not balanced. And I do believe that it has something to do with one party doing more work than the other, which would make anybody feel kind of overburdened. So, there's some conversations that need to take place between you and this individual. And I do see some sort of mountain behind here, so there's mountains at home. Maybe the home life isn't going as balanced as what you would like, Leo, because you're going through some temporary emotional confusion. So you just want to make sure you're working as hard as you are at work in your relationship as well. So you want to work as hard in your relationship and your job. Remember how I was telling you all work and no play? Well, your partner may feel that you're just overworking, or you may feel like this about your partner. But either way, I see that you're winding up on the bottom of your relationship, Leo, and this is your reading. So I feel that maybe you're with a person who's making you feel confused and making you feel like your hard work isn't being appreciated. But nonetheless, as we keep climbing your mountain, Leo, I'm shown this new beginning that happens towards the end of this mountain. And we literally see a man here on a mountaintop. He is on a mountain and he's reached the top of it and he is ready to just go, baby. Like, he is ready to just take a leap, and so is this little dog with him. He is literally ready to just take a leap and jump off. He's taking a risk. This is the Aries card. This is the 0 card. So this is a self journey. And we have the sun up there that always reminds me of you, Leo, because you're ruled by the sun. So let the sun shine for you and make you aware of these new beginnings and where it is that you need to, these new journeys that need to take place. You want to communicate the new ideas that you have for this journey as well, because there's something that you're ready to take a leap with. There's something that you're ready to do. There's something, your bags are packed. You're ready. You don't need to know that you're going to be caught. You just want to jump. You don't need to know that there's a trampoline under here. You just need to jump. And we have these emotions right there behind. See the water, the waves are crashing up. So this has everything to do with earth and water, your 12th house and your 6th house. Maybe you're going to make certain changes in your lifestyle in order to become more spiritual, because Leo is very secretly spiritual. And this is coming up with the 7 of Cups and the Ace of Swords. So there may be some sort of new beginning that Leo is a little bit confused about. Like, what new beginning do I want? It's like you have to, it's like that eclipse in that 12th house Cancer moon on January 1st. It really made you aware of certain options. And now you're just wondering what cup you need to choose in order to make a new beginning. So do I want a new beginning in wisdom? Do I want a new beginning in finances, or a celebration, or a love situation? And you have the finances and the work ethic to do it, but possibly what's confusing you is your partner that isn't really on board with you, doesn't really want to put in as much effort as you. But nonetheless, I see you here making this new journey with or without that person, with or without someone. You're being called, Leo. This eclipse is going to activate your north node of destiny. So wherever it is that you're meant to be, it's going to kind of just jumpstart into place. You didn't just do all this hard work for nothing. The universe was guiding you to do it. And I know that you feel your intuition in there telling you to move to certain directions and to make certain decisions for yourself. And I know that you're experiencing a temporary confusion, but you need to communicate, because this card is going right here by the Ace of Swords and the 7 of Cups. So you're confused you're confused mentally about something. You're very confused mentally. And it's interesting because we have the 2 of Swords underneath. So you're very confused mentally. I see that very much so. And there's some sort of new journey that you're ready to start, but you're just confused for a minute. I feel some sort of stuck energy here. But you want to use that Ace of Swords to communicate, even with this person who's upside down. You really want to, it's hard because you're really being put on the bot. I don't like to see you in this lion here. This lion up there, it's so reversed. And I don't like to see this like this, because I see that you've put in so much hard work and you've literally done what you're supposed to do, but there's someone in your life who isn't doing what they're supposed to do. And you're feeling conflicted because of that. And it's like, look, dude, I'm ready. I'm a Leo and I am ready. And we can't, Leo, one of the things you have to keep in mind is that everyone has their own journey. This is your mountain, and I don't know if you know the zodiac sign of who you're dealing with, but you may want to watch my video for them. Like if you're dating like a Taurus or something, maybe you should watch the Taurus mountain video, because I'm revealing everybody's mountain this month. And yours, Leo, is the fact that you're ready to take a leap and you're ready to, start something new in your life, but there's something that's holding you back mentally and emotionally. You're confused mentally and emotionally. But nonetheless, you work hard even more. And, I do see you working alone. It's interesting because these two men here are working alone. They're not going to wait until someone else is ready. They're going to do what they need to do now, especially because you're the North Node, so you're very connected to the universe right now, Leo, and all you have to do is search inside yourself in order for the universe to tell you. That's why this Ace of Swords and this Ace of Pentacles was given to you. So there is a new beginning physically and a new beginning mentally, and I think that's what has to do with this kind of Eight of Coins here, because this is someone who, he's like, okay, well, I'm just going to leave home temporarily then. This is someone who left home, and he's literally creating his own pinnacles. See, he's like literally hammering and working. So it's like you grew your own pinnacles. I see that you're literally just doing this all on your own, basically. I'm not saying that you don't have a few people to help you or whatever, but the universe is showing me that there's a lot of self-work that Leo has really been doing. Really working hard, possibly going to school as well. A lot of work that you're doing. And you're doing it even if you're confused, even if you're mentally unsure. But you start this new journey anyways, and it may be a new journey with a new job or something, because this comes up right after the Fool card. So you take the leap. I'm hearing for some of you, this new job made you completely uproot your home situation, and maybe some people were telling you, no, you shouldn't do that. It's going to completely throw it. Maybe this person wasn't willing to move with you. Maybe they had something keeping them, where they were. But Leo, it's all about you right now, okay? You need to focus on yourself. And you need to literally keep in mind the fact that this is your journey, and that the universe is asking you to work on yourself and to work by yourself for yourself. So for those people and places and things that aren't on the same level as you, you just have to respect the fact that they're somewhere else, and that maybe it's not their calling to do the same. Like the people who are meant to be with you or be around you, the universe will keep in your life, but it'll also remove those people who are slowing you down, because you have shit to do. You're the North Node right now, so all the work that you're doing is literally like, it's really important in the universe. And there's some sort of new journey, and it's like you use this Ace of Swords as mental clarity in order to take this jump. At first you were a little stuck, and you're like, okay, like why are you not on the same page as me, and then you're like, okay, well, here's my mental clarity, here's my new journey, and I'm just going to work on myself then. And I'm going to work on my own entrepreneurship. I'm going to make my own money, because I don't have time to wait until you're ready. So I have to take this opportunity for me, because I feel so good about it. I think that you're going through something like that, like you just feel something that someone else doesn't feel, and you might have tried to persuade them, but the more and more you try to talk them into something, the more confused that you got. So it's, it's really no surprise that you just decide to go off on your own and trust your own instincts, and I'm very proud of you for doing that. And then we have the top of your mountain finally. And the top of your mountain is all about you and your own personal rest, because we do have the Four of Swords here with the Leo card. So you really want to rest. See, this is someone who's strong and someone who's doing what it takes in order to get strong. Because let's face it, Leo, this is exhausting. Like, this is so logical and so physical. I mean, there's some emotion in there too. But this is, I can feel that your reading is really all about hard work. And it's about, what you did. So you have like one of the toughest mountains that I've seen so far. And it's so tough that it literally ends with you resting. Like whenever you feel that you've accomplished all of these energies down here, the universe is telling you that it's very important for you to stay in a strong position. You may need to seek angelic help, some sort of angel or some sort of spiritual activity that is going to rejuvenate you. And there's the infinity above her head as well. So, and this card is also about someone who is in a sanctuary, and they're meditating. Also, this is the Three of Swords. It's the Four of Swords, but do you see those three swords hanging up on the wall? Well, the Three of Swords is all about a heartbreak. And it's like, this is the rest that you need to, I think maybe there may be some sort of union that has been upside down for too long for Leo. And you literally decide finally, like, this is why it's your final boss. This is your final mountain. Because you literally have to make the decision, either you're going to keep carrying, you're going to keep burdening yourself, even though you're surrounded by such light in the universe. I think Leo, you know, you guys have a lot of pride and you have a lot of ego, and I'm not making fun of you. It's a beautiful thing. Like, and I'm an astrologer. I love astrology. So, you know, ego is a Leo thing, and you guys are ruled by the heart. So if someone's breaking your heart over and over again, if they're just not being, you know, you may go back to them and go back to them and go back to them, but it's when you finally see that they're destroying your ego, and that they're not proud of you, and you're not proud of them, then you really will decide finally. This is you when you finally decide to go on that new journey with or without that person. So it depends on who you're with. Some of you may be with people who get right. They're like, okay, Leo, I'll get right for you. I'll turn right side up, and we'll go on this journey together. But some of you are with people who aren't willing to do that for you, and you're just like, all right, well, I got work to do, and my job is moving me other places. I have a new journey. The universe is literally is cheering me on. And, you know, so just for a select few of you, these Three of Swords used to be on your heart. There was some sort of third-party situation, or some sort of like heartbreaking situation that the universe is going to ask you to heal from once and for all. Not that pussy healing where you just don't heal all the way and then that person weasels their way back into your life. No, you like literally heal. You take the time, whether it's 4 months or 6 days. You take as much time as you need to get rid of this heartbreak, this Two of Cups that wasn't treating you right. And you are healing from this overburdened situation. You worked so hard, Leo, and I don't think the person you were with was a good match for you or something like that. And you just need, and for others of you who aren't dealing with that, others of you are like, what do you mean? I'm fine. I'm in a happy relationship. Okay. Well, for you all, this is just the need to rest after work, because no matter what, I don't care who you are, I can see that you're working really hard, Leo. Like, you cannot tell me that you're a Leo that isn't working hard right now, because I just see it in your cards. There's like, at least there is 3 work hard cards. The Ten of Wands is a work hard card, the Seven of Pentacles is a work hard card, and the Eight of Pentacles is a work hard card. And plus, I see that you're confused, which would exhaust you even more. And then you're dealing with some sort of relationship that's draining as well. It's draining you, Leo. So you decide to leave that all behind, and you start working for yourself. You start doing your own thing. And after all that, Leo, wouldn't you say that you would need a little bit of rest, and you need to like pray and meditate? This is a meditation card, and this is coming up. These 2 cards came out for you. So there's some sort of church or sanctuary that you need to visit and get back in touch with your soul self, so that you can regain the strength that was stolen from you, and you can regain the strength and light that you lost during this very tough mountain. Now, at the bottom of your deck, I can see that you're mentally confused, because this is exactly what this is telling me. We have the Magician card that is a distraction. The Magician is kind of distracting, but it's also a Mercury card, and Mercury has everything to do with your thoughts and your communication. So we literally have you literally confused and conflicted in your mind, because I see this as Mercury, and then there's the Two of Swords. So there's some sort of mental decision that Leo is being led to make after this mountain. Mercury is in Capricorn right now, and it's going to enter Sag towards the end of the month. So Mercury's in your 6th house, and there's some sort of decision that you have to make that has to do with your finances, and that has to do with your lifestyle. And I think you're going to be conflicted with this Two of Swords, because you're like either going to, it's like stay here and be in love, or move on and still have money and be stable. Like, I really hope that you choose yourself, Leo. And for those of you who don't relate to that, you know, you're just confused about something else. There's some sort of mental decision here that you have to make, and it might have something to do with this this card as well, because you have so many options, Leo. Like, of course you do. Of course you do, because you're the North Node. And your very destiny is being rearranged by the universe right now. So we have this magician figure who has the cup, the wand, the sword, and the pentacle. So there's another card that tells you that you have all of the options. And what do you know? There's an infinity symbol above his head, and there's an infinity symbol above this person's head. So I see that, Leo, you are in a place where you're thinking about your long distance future, and you're thinking, and that's a Capricorn thing. That's because there's so much Capricorn energy. All of us are really just thinking about our goals, and we're really just wanting to make sure we're successful, and that's a Leo thing as well. So you have everything that you need in order to help you make this mental decision. Just pick something up off the table. If it's emotions that'll help you, cup. If it's money, then choose the pentacle. If it's communication, then choose the Ace of Swords. If it's passion that you need, choose the wand. But you're going to need to incorporate this with this decision, and that's at the bottom of the deck. And this is a decision that's going to lead you to transformation. And this is going to be an emotional transformation that comes because of some sort of truth that's revealed about an energy in your life that has stolen from you, cheated on you, and has betrayed you and left you out in the cold. Someone who you argued with a lot. And it could very well be a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, but I see that it's just about your finances. It doesn't have to be a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, but you know, you were financially left out in the cold and stolen from. You did a lot of work, and that truth is coming out. Okay, you're the North Node and you have an eclipse coming, so that's not gonna fly. But there's some sort of new love coming in, some sort of new love and healing coming in. There's emotions that you need to express, Leo, and that's when this new love is going to come in. Some sort of truth that comes out about some sort of new love opportunity in your life. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Some sort of truth there that comes out about a new love. But there is an emotional transformation that takes place. This is the Scorpio card. Some of you may be dealing with some sort of Scorpio energy. You may have Scorpio energy. Or this is just the transformation. This is death. So there's some things that just, you know, like I told you, some of these things just aren't going, you know, it's all about figuring out what was worth it and what wasn't, Leo. So what grew and what didn't, because if there's a person in your life that isn't doing the work that they need to do for you, then it's time to transform that and move on, because you have a decision to make mentally. And that's why you're mentally confused with this card as well, because you just have so many different options. You have work options and love life options, and you have a new love coming in as well. So there's some sort of mental confliction going on here. And like I said, Leo is thinking about infinity. They're trying to think about the long-term, you know, benefits. Whereas someone else may be just thinking in the moment, and you just want them to get the bigger picture, you know. So this is how you feel. Literally at a crossroads, and you're blindfolded, and you're confused about what you should do. And look at all those mountains in the background of that picture. So this is all about a mountain, right? This reading. So you have emotional mountains to climb as well. And since this is the Two of Swords, you have you have a mental mountain to climb. But your mental mountains are literally engulfed in emotion. Like, look at all that water back there. You know, and we have this crescent moon up here. So there may have something to do with the new moon tomorrow. All this energy may kick off. But you have to relate all of this to this Two of Swords. You know, you're very confused. And you're at a crossroads. You don't really know where to go or what to do or what to think right now. So you just want to make sure. No wonder the top of your reading shows that you need to do some self-thinking. This doesn't have to be meditation or sleep. This is someone who's praying for guidance. And you see the angel here that's helping Leo. So you need to pray to the universe about what it is that you need to do about this mental decision. And this, you know, any heartbreak that anything that has tired you out, you know, you need to pray that the universe sends you your strength back, because I do believe that it was spent on the people, places, and things that were rather exhausting. So I did gain over 500 followers this month. So as a token of my gratitude, I would like to reveal to you a card from my Wisdom of the House of Night deck, which is this deck right here. And we're going to be getting some sort of extra information for you, Leo, about a secret that's being kept from you or something that you're not seeing. So we're going to see here what the universe would like to reveal from you from the dark. This is a card for Leo. What card can we see for Leo that has to do with their reading? Something about this mountain here. So what can we get for Leo for January 2018? Okay, well, we have fragments underneath the deck. So I do see that there's a lot of pieces of you everywhere. Like, this is literally a fragmented energy right here. These two cards go hand in hand together. You know, and this is the 15th card. So 1 + 5 is 6. So your lifestyle, it can be a little bit all over the place right now because of some recent changes that have happened. But your card that came out was understanding. You see that beautiful card there? Understanding. And I see that this is the 43 up there. So 4 + 3 is 7. And so you want to reach an understanding. Wow. The way through this relation, because the 7th house is about relationships, okay? So 4 + 3 is 7. So I know that this is an understanding about a relationship. And that's why that's what's going on here. That's why this 2 of Cups came up upside down. Because there's a lack of understanding. I think that either your partner doesn't understand you enough, Leo, or you don't understand your partner enough. But there's a need to understand things right now. And it's not just about your partner. This is about all aspects of this mountain and all aspects of life. You know, there's a need to reach some sort of inner lights and some sort of inner knowing and understanding. You know, as long as you just, and this is what you're going to reach. Once you take the time to meditate and relax, you're literally going to understand things from a different point of view. And it looks as if this lady is standing at the bottom of a mountain. So I think you're going to need this you're going to need to reach an understanding place at the beginning of this battle, in the middle of this battle, and at the ending. You know, you need to throw your hands up like this lady is and surrender to your emotions. Listen to the way that you feel, express the way that you feel. And I feel that if you do that, Leo, you're going to find yourself in a rather understanding place. You may find yourself understanding this situation from an entirely different perspective. You know, and when we find ourselves in situations like this, all we want to do is be understood mentally by somebody. And I did mention that there's a lot of, you know, confusion in your reading. And you're conflicted mentally. So, you know, you are really seeking to be understood right now. And I do hope and pray that after you fight this battle, that you find yourself in a more understanding place, Leo. But this is the card we have for you this month. So, this is your reading, Leo. I do hope that that was understanding for you. And I'm just going to show you here this mountain if you'd like to take a screenshot or whatever. But that is your reading for January. Now, if you are confused, since, you know, another person, well, it had to have been Cancer. Yeah, Cancer had this at the top of their reading. So I'm going to tell you exactly what I told Cancer and everyone else, especially since your reading is a little bit, I don't know, a little complicatedly. I understand it. I know what Spirit's trying to say, but if you need a little bit of help understanding this, Leo, if you have any questions about the reading, feel free to message me or email me. I have all my information below. And I would love to talk further with you guys and help you in any way that I can. My Facebook and all my social media is listed below. And I do have my PayPal information below if you guys would like to donate to my channel for a personal reading. Any kind of donation, I would be glad to repay you with some sort of message from Spirit if you guys trust my ability. Those of you that my readings resonate with, I do believe that you appreciate my gift a lot. So yeah, if you want to contact me about anything like that, about the reading or about getting a personal reading, then all my information is below. But other than that, Leo, this is your reading. And I do hope to hear from you guys soon. Any comments or anything like that, I would greatly appreciate. And just keep a lookout for my future videos. I'm going to be doing more videos in a couple of days. I have at least 2 or 3 more videos coming out in January. So there's more to come. And I will talk to you guys in February.